Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be sharing 8 tips with you on how to detail quicker and be more efficient. Hi, so welcome back guys. Following up from last week's video where I asked what you guys wanted to see on the channel, one common thing that seemed to crop up was basically how to detail a bit quicker. And this is something I've been thinking of doing for quite some time anyway, so nice to see those comments. So yeah, without messing about, let's get straight into it then. And first tip is don't start a YouTube channel. No matter what, detailing just takes that little bit longer when you've got a camera in hand and you have to worry about all the shots that you're going to be getting and all of that jazz. So a typical detail might take you guys 2-3 hours, and it takes me pretty much all day just to do a general detail. So yeah, tip number 1, don't bother starting a YouTube channel. Tip number 2 then is to be organized. So I know not everybody has a garage, you may just have a shed or a small bike shed. I will do another video on organizing tips. I have done a couple of garage tour videos, but if I just grab the camera a sec and show you around, for me then, I know I've not got the other lights on, but this is all organized in a way that kind of makes sense to me. So I'll come in, wheels first, snow foam, shampoo, iron remover, fallout remover, all-purpose cleaner in the middle, glass, spray waxes and all of that jazz, spray sealants, tire dressings, interior. I can just come in here, I know where everything is. Down here, pressure washers. I don't know why I have all these pressure washers. Well, I do, to review for you guys. But pressure washers, buckets in order. That bench is a mess. And then again, polishers. Whoa, this is really dark. But anyway, polishers over here going that way. And yeah, cloths and stuff in them. They are organized. Let's get back into the light. So yeah, tip number 2 is being organized in a way that suits you. So you can either do it how I've done it, which is the order you detail, or you can do it by brand or product types, which is kind of what that is. Oh, I also forgot to mention brushes as well. So I've got wheel brushes at back, detailing brushes up front. They're kind of done by brand. It depends what I'm feeling on at the time. So let's get you back on the tripod. So that's tip number 2 then, is being organized. Let me know in the comments below, do you want me to do a video on how to organize, maybe in a smaller space? I do have a shed out back. I may be able to attempt that for a video, or do one at the parents', they've got a little bike shed. I don't know. Speaking of which, I actually did used to work out of a small bike shed, so there are tips and tricks on that. So yes, maybe I might do a video on that in the future. Anyway, number 3, kind of going on from being organized, is being ready, being prepared, and getting things ready at the start of the detail. So first thing I do, get into the garage. Obviously I'm recording, so a little bit different, but when I don't bring the camera out, straight in, pressure washer straight out, hose pipe straight out, couple those up. Get the buckets. I'm filling 3 buckets up, a wheel bucket, a rinse bucket, a wash bucket. Whilst those buckets are filling, fill your snow foam cannon, get your wash mitts, get your drying towels ready for later on. Start getting ready, even for things that are going to be towards the end of the session. I've got this little table here. Again, your setup's going to be different. You can use the top of the dustbins outside, maybe the doorstep, something like that. Or you might have a work trolley. Again, something I need to look into. So actually, again, let me know in the comments below. Work trolleys. What are you guys using? What do you recommend? Is it worth getting one that's going to be rolling out on concrete and tarmac? I don't know. So yeah, tip number 3 is getting ready ahead of time. It takes, like I said, just do it all whilst, especially whilst your buckets are filling. Do it all then. There's a lot of downtime. You're just waiting for buckets to fill. Start preparing them. Is it just me, or is it just all of a sudden gone really dark in here? Anyway, tip number 4 is to make the use of snow foam cannons. So most people just typically use a snow foam cannon for snow foams, and for many years that's what I did. I've accumulated quite a few, so you can just use one snow foam lance, the head, the main part of the unit, and have multiple bottles. And in between each of these stages I'm just going to mention in a moment, just dip it into the rinse bucket and just blow it out, get it nice and clean. If you really are that particular, have a different snow foam lance for each product. So as I say, most people just think snow foam lance means snow foam coming out of it, but our friends over in the States, they will typically use slightly different, because they'll put onto the hose pipe, but they'll put the shampoo over as well. And that's one tip that I'm going to suggest. But the first one is something I've been playing about with for the last 3 months or so since we've had the newborn, is putting a wheel cleaner through the snow foam lance. You spend a lot of time pulling on that wheel cleaner trigger, put the wheel cleaner in the snow foam lance. So I've been experimenting with different products. I first tried the Hypergel from Detailed Online. It's just up on the shelf up there. But the one that I found works the best for me at the moment is Auto Smart Wheels. It's a product that I've used for many years. I've always had like a 5-litre bottle of that on the shelves back there. So I've put that in neat rather than diluting it. 'Cause again, this is where we're in that mindset. You mix everything and then you just set the nozzle on the snow foam lance to max. Put it in neat and then adjust it. Let the snow foam lance do the work. So spray that all over your wheels and then get in there and clean it. That's going to speed up that process. Next one for snow foam lance is put a shampoo through there. So of course I would be normally saying put a snow foam through there. Today I'm just going to be putting a shampoo through because I only washed the car last week, so it's probably not going to need it. If you do, obviously right now you'd put in a snow foam, let that do its work, eat all the crud and the grime and the traffic film, blast that off, and then be a second or third bottle then would be a shampoo solution. Again, experiment, figure out what works for you. I've got up there called Snowstorm from Auto Fanatic. We reviewed that a few months ago. That is a snow foam / shampoo. So I'm going to be using that today and see how that works. And then finally, LSPs. So a lot of companies out there provide, such as Autoglim, Snow Seal, Valet Pro Valet Pro is Snow Seal, sorry. Autoglim is the Polar Blast, is the Polar Range, Polar Seal I believe it's called. So those are last stage products, so they're your waxes, your sealants, whatever you might want to call that, whatever the active ingredient is in that. You spray that all over the car and that is your protection done. That is handy, especially in the winter. And again, I'm going to be doing that today just to demonstrate to you guys. So yeah, basically tip number 4 is making the most of these snow foam lances and probably be less reliant on the bucket. Another thing I'm going to try today is not have a wash bucket. I am going to spray that shampoo all over the car and maybe have 4, 5, 6 wash mitts in a rinse bucket. Use that, throw it. And again, comment below. I'm going to look at other methods. I know Larry over at Ammo NYC, I think he uses the method of about 6 to 10 red microfiber towels, just soaking, and then throws them into another bucket and then washes them at the end. Let me know if you want to see that. Is, you know, 2 bucket method, is that old school now? Is it just 1 bucket? Just let me know what you think and we'll have a look at doing a video on that in the future. So tip number 5 then is having pre-mixed bottles of dilutable products. So the main one for me is all-purpose cleaner. You use that for a lot of stuff. So you might have seen up on the shelf up there, I've got a couple of bottles of all-purpose cleaner at a 4:1 and a 10:1 mixture. I try to keep them topped up at all times. I also have down the back there a couple of Maralex sprays. And I've got a 3-litre sprayer mixed at I think it's a 10:1 mix. So if I know I'm going to be going through a lot of all-purpose cleaner, I'll have that pumped up ready. I don't leave it pressurised, I must say that, I don't leave it pressurised, but all I've got to do is come in, pump it up, and I've got 3 litres and I can just go over the entire car with that. I also have a bigger 7-litre one that has got Green Star at 30:1, if I remember correctly again. So yeah, anything like that, have that pre-mix, have plenty of it to hand, especially if you know you use it a lot. You can just come in, grab it and use it. So that will save a lot of time. You're not got to mess about mixing. I know you've got to do it at some point in life, but maybe when you've got some downtime you can do that. But when you're in a rush, it's handy just to have it there ready and waiting. Number 6 then is similar to what I mentioned a moment ago on the snow seals and the polar seals, is having spray on, rinse off SiO2 products, wax products. There's, again, nearly every manufacturer out there will offer something. One that I've used quite a lot is SiO2, is it called Gloss Detailer from Detailed Online? I can just see the edge of the bottle over there. Spray that on the wet car, rinse that straight off, and again, it's just a little bit more time. Waxing the car can probably take you half an hour or so. Ceramic coating a car is going to take you a long time. Obviously, if you're doing a quick detail, you ain't going to be ceramic coating your car. But you may want to do a quick detail and get some protection on there. So something like the Detailed Online SiO2. I think I also use, I think it's Ceramic Boost from Sam's Detailing. Again, similar kind of product. As I mentioned, a lot of products or a lot of manufacturers do offer a product that you can spray on, rinse off. Meguiar's, is it wet wax? I can't remember. Meguiar's do one. I've had it from Autoglim. Yeah, a lot do it. You get what I'm saying here. So yeah, spray on, rinse off, boom, done. Happy days, you've got some protection. Which leads me on to, if I just check my list here, see, we do have lists, is number 7 is drying with water. So as long as your car's well protected and there's plenty of beading and sheeting on there, you can just dry the car then with an open hose. Save time, just turn your pressure washer off, use the pressure washer hose, just let the water run out, and yeah, there you go. You're going to dry most of the car that way. So the water will basically attract other little puddles of water on the panel and just all come off, and it should just sheet off nicely. Obviously the car needs to be well protected in order for that to happen. A car without any protection, you are going to have to go back a stage, use a spray on rinse off kind of product, get some obviously water repellent behavior, aquaphobic properties on the panel, and then yeah, once you rinse it, it's all going to come off straight away. So drying with water, whilst sounds counterintuitive, does help. And then all you got to do is go around with your towel and pat dry any areas remaining. So the final tip then, tip number 8, is liquid dressings. Now you may want to miss this altogether. To me, a quick detail, if I just want to get out there and clean my car, it's just a case of cleaning the wheels, snow foam, rinse, shampoo, rinse, maybe a spray on, rinse off kind of wax, rinse, walk away. Sometimes I don't even bother drying it. Hey, bad me. But yeah, if you do want to put some tire dressing on as well, again, I know they kind of get a little bit, people think they sling a lot, but the liquid based products, they're a lot quicker and easier to apply. So one for me is the Auto Smart High Style, good old fashioned product. I always have a bottle of that about. Not my favorite product, it's very greasy, but it goes on quick. It takes a matter of seconds to apply that. There's a reason why your splash and dash car washers use products like this. It takes no time, or you'll often see them with a cut up jug, paintbrush, dip it in, whoosh, round the walls, done. That's how quick it is. The gel-based products sometimes a bit of working in, there's nothing wrong with them. It all depends how quick you really want to be. If you want to use those gel-based ones, absolutely fine. It's what I prefer as well. I'm just making this video and just telling you this is the quickest option. This is what you can do to try and save a few seconds and a couple of minutes here and there, and hopefully try and get that 2 or 3 hour detail down to maybe 30 minutes or an hour. So yeah, there are my 8 tips. Now I've done this, I'm actually going to go out and try and practice some of these, because I've just told you guys to, but also with a camera in hand, because I need to record all this B-roll that you've just seen that I've not recorded yet. I've got to record it now. So it is now 10:10 just gone. Let's see how quickly I can do all of this, and I'll quickly let you know at the end how I did. Right then guys, so it's 11 o'clock, that's taken about 50 minutes. Now I did make a coffee beforehand and I've managed to drink it, so that didn't even get cold. Happy days. Also managed to film all that B-roll stuff that you seen earlier in the video. So yeah, there you go. If you follow these tips, you could probably do a very quick detail, granted on a fairly clean car, in about half an hour to 45 minutes realistically. So yeah, hopefully these tips will help you out. I now need to spend a disproportionate amount of time editing this video so you guys can see this. I've already done the edit, that's why you're watching this. But anyway, if you've enjoyed this video, smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. There'll be a button just up here for you now. Also, check out these videos I think you'll like. There'll be one here and one down there somewhere. And yeah, see you in the next one.